Okay, today we are talking about the stop sign. You know the one, that red octagon we see so often it practically becomes invisible. But here's the thing, how we approach it can have massive, even life-changing consequences. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack why this simple sign is such a huge deal for road safety.
Here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll get right into the single biggest error drivers make, and you'll see how that creates a whole chain reaction of risks. Then, we'll break down the actual rules of a proper stop, including how to handle those tricky four-way intersections. And finally, and this is the really cool part, we'll uncover the surprisingly brilliant design hiding in plain sight.
So let's not waste any time, we're jumping right in with the most frequent and honestly, the most dangerous thing people do at stop signs.
I want you to actually think about it for a second. What's that one thing you see, or maybe even do, every single day, often without even thinking twice about it?
And there it is, the rolling stop. Some people call it the California roll. It's that moment where you slow down, you peek both ways, but your wheels, they never actually come to a complete halt. And that one tiny action is a top cause for getting a ticket, and way more importantly, for causing a crash.
But the rolling stop, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Seriously, think of it as the first domino to fall, because that one seemingly small mistake can set off a whole chain reaction of bad stuff, turning a totally normal intersection into a potential disaster zone.
And all of these dangers just feed into each other. You've got right-of-way confusion, which creates that awkward, hesitant dance where nobody's sure who's supposed to go. Then there's poor visibility from an overgrown bush or a big parked truck that's hiding a hazard. Now you add distracted drivers, speeders, or cyclists you can't see into that mix, and you have a recipe for disaster. The real point is this, a rolling stop isn't just you breaking a little traffic law, it's you tearing up the unspoken social contract we all depend on to get around safely.
Okay, so we've seen the problem. But here's the good news. The solution is actually pretty straightforward. So let's switch gears and break down the absolute must-know rules for getting the stop right every single time.
First things first, let's get one thing crystal clear. A stop sign is an order. It's not a suggestion, it is non-negotiable. Your wheels are not moving, full stop. A yield sign, on the other hand, that's a warning. It's telling you, hey, slow down, get ready to stop. But you only have to stop if there's traffic coming. Stop is an order, yield is a warning. Simple as that.
So where exactly do you stop? Well, you can think of this as a strict hierarchy, not a list of suggestions. Number one, you look for that thick white stop line. Your front bumper stops before that line. Okay, if there's no line, then you stop before the crosswalk. You absolutely don't want to block it for pedestrians. And if there's neither of those, you stop at the edge of the intersection, right at the point where you finally get a clear view of any oncoming traffic.
Now, how long do you actually have to be stopped? While the law doesn't specify a time, a fantastic rule of thumb is the 3-second rule. After you come to that complete stop, just count in your head. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. This super simple act does two things. It guarantees you've truly stopped, and it gives your brain enough time to properly scan for any hazards before you go.
All right, let's move on to the main event, the four-way stop. This is where that unspoken social contract really gets put to the test. It causes a ton of confusion, for sure, but the rules are actually pretty logical once you know them.
The number one rule could not be simpler. First to arrive is the first to go. The car that comes to a complete stop before anyone else gets to go first. Easy enough, right?
But what happens when you get there at the exact same time? The most important rule to remember is this. Yield to the driver on your immediate right. This one rule prevents total chaos by creating a natural, kind of clockwise flow of traffic. Beyond that, a car going straight gets to go before a car turning left. And look, when you're really in doubt, just make some eye contact or give a little wave. A little bit of human communication goes a very long way.
So we've covered the rules of the road, but have you ever just stopped and really looked at the sign itself? Its design is actually the result of decades of trial and error, all aimed at one single thing, saving lives.
8. Believe it or not, this number is the real secret to the whole design. So why an octagon? Why 8 sides?
Well, the journey starts way back with this man, William Phelps Eno. They call him the father of traffic safety for a reason. He was just horrified by the chaos on early 20th century roads and decided to do something about it, putting up the very first stop sign in Detroit way back in 1915.
But the sign has really evolved over time. That first one in 1915 was just a small, square, black and white sign. By 1922, the octagon shape was chosen specifically to make it stand out from everything else, but the color was yellow, which was easier to see at night back then.
It wasn't until 1954, when red pigment technology got way better, that it finally became the iconic red and white sign we all know today.
And the absolute genius of that 8-sided design. It is the only road sign with 8 sides. That means you can recognize that it's a stop sign instantly, just by its shape. You can tell from the back, you can tell even if it's completely covered in snow. Its shape alone screams stop. That is just brilliant practical design.
So we've gone from a simple driving mistake all the way to the life-saving logic baked right into the sign's very shape. It really makes you wonder, if we approached every common road sign with this level of understanding, if we really got the why behind them, how much safer and more intentional could we all be out there? What if the key to safer roads isn't just following the rules, but finally understanding the genius behind them?
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.